And tonight on the Daily Wrap, the GOP firing back against Donald Trump after his comments about Senator John McCain. But Trump remains on the offensive and goes after President Obama's immigration record. The UN Security Council has endorsed the Iran deal. And should there be a white privilege tax? This is the Daily Wrap, live from New York City. And welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Joe Concha, joined by my co-host Rick Unger. How was the weekend?
The weekend was great. Got some rest. I was doing a little editing, though, on your opening.
Really?
Yeah, you said Trump remains on the offensive. Wasn't it supposed to say Trump remains offensive?
And to Rick's right, she's America's pundit and a Philly attorney. Heather Hansen is back after a long respite.
Nice to be back.
You look outstanding, really.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
And finally, Forbes.com columnist and Emmy winner, also looking outstanding, Bill Tucker.
Well, thank you.
Joins us. Good to
Never
see you, sir.
here. Never looked better. Nice dress, Tucker.
All right, let's get to the daily download. And Donald Trump showing no sign of backing away from remarks that seem to disqualify Senator John McCain's status as a war hero.
He hit me. He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
Do you agree with that?
He's a war hero because he was captured, okay? You can have, and I believe perhaps he's a war hero, but right now he said some very bad things about a lot of people.
As you can imagine, there have been multiple calls for Trump to apologize to McCain. But Senator McCain, who spent more than 5 years as a prisoner of war in North Vietnam, says don't apologize to him.
The great honor of my life it was to serve in the company of heroes. I'm not a hero, but those who were my senior ranking officers, people like Colonel Bud Day, Congressional Medal of Honor winner, those that inspired us to do things that we otherwise wouldn't have been capable of doing. Those are the people that I think he owes an apology to.
Now we're joined by former Navy SEAL Carl Higbe. Carl, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was great. Thanks to you, Conch.
All right, sure, not a problem. Football went well with JWoww and the Snooki. Anyway, yeah. I saw good things. Anyway, does Donald Trump owe you and fellow veterans an apology?
No, I'm actually glad he said what he said.
Really?
I don't hold John McCain in very high regards. He's done. Look at the biggest VA scandal to yet hit America is the Phoenix, Arizona VA, and what has he done about it? He's talked about it. He has done absolutely nothing about it. If you look at John McCain's military record, he's not well regarded by his colleagues. He was not well regarded in flight school. The record number of crashes during his time in, which if his father wasn't an admiral, probably would have been kicked out. I mean, I don't respect John McCain. I don't think he did a good job on his presidential campaign, and I know that's controversial, but I'm glad Donald Trump called him out. I mean, who else better to call him out than the Donald? But I think that this is okay, and it needed to be said. And John McCain said, "Well, like let's apologize to other people." He wasn't talking about other people. He was talking about John McCain.
Carl, it's Rick Unger. So, you seem to be conflating, as maybe Trump is also, the record of John McCain as a senator. And by the way, I'm not crazy about it either, especially in recent years. And the fundamental question, which is, was John McCain a war hero? Let's not confuse the two. If you don't think that John McCain is entitled to be called a hero after he spent all those years in a horrible situation, after he refused to take a release from his captors because he didn't want to be singled out as special because his dad was a big shot, after all those things, I got to ask you the question, what's your definition of a war hero? My
definition of a war hero, now, I think there was some surrounding circumstances that are beyond what we're talking about here. I don't think
what's that mean?
I don't think he chose to remain in that prison camp from the sources I've gathered. I think that may have been a media spin, but I think that John McCain honestly does not deserve to be called a war hero just for being captured. If he had done something substantial in his career, where he had actually saved lives, where he had done stuff, but he was also known as the Canary, because allegedly he used to sing in the torture camps.
So, Carl, let me read you a statement from the group Veterans for a Strong America, and let's get that up on screen. It is well known that when Mr. Trump is attacked by a detractor, he swings back. As veterans, we do not hide behind military service to deflect criticism. And when Senator McCain attacked, Mr. Trump hit back. Your thoughts on that, Carl?
Absolutely. I mean, Donald is not bound by the same political structure as everybody else in the race, which is probably why they're scared to debate him. But I think, all respect to Senator McCain and what he's done in his military service that was honorable. But I don't think he's honorable or he's a hero because of being captured. Trump
seemed to be offended by the fact that John McCain called the folks that showed up at a Trump rally, and I think it was 15,000 in Phoenix, as crazies. And that seemed to get Trump's attention. And when you get Trump's attention in a negative way, he fires back personally. And on some level in this reality TV culture, people seem to like that. So do you think we'll ever get an apology from Donald Trump, or is that a day where hell freezes over?
I think he's going to double down again and again. Now, look, Trump is a little brash and he's a little rough around the edges, but America obviously likes him. I mean, he is continuing to climb in the polls, contrary to what Mr. Unger has said about going above 15%. I think he's 17, correct me if I'm wrong. But he continues
within the margin of error.
Within the margin of error, we'll give you that.
I just saw one at 23.
You lied, Rick. You lied because you didn't. He went above 15%.
You say I lied?
Well, you said Trump lied about the Mexican border and making them pay for it. So I think that it's time that America really hears what it is, and I think more people are taking a grasp of it than we thought would previously.
Oh, you want me to ask another one? I don't know what to say. Apparently, because I'm off by 2 points, I lied. I didn't know I was lying. I was guessing. I admit that, but geez,
no, you had said that Trump was a liar for saying that he could get
I've said he was a liar. I said he was a liar for a great many things, not just that, and I would probably continue saying that because it's true. That said, I'm still kind of taken by your definition of a hero, to be honest with you. Are all of these people who put themselves at risk, like yourself, by the way, and risk their lives and end up in a horrible, torturous situation when they're captured, these aren't heroes to you, eh?
Well, let's say it was myself. If I had made it through SEAL training and gone through and done an operation with nothing distinguished and then been captured and came home, I wouldn't distinguish myself as a war hero.
Well, now, lucky for you, Americans do. Because to me, people who do what you did and what others do are indeed heroes, even if they aren't captured. Those who have to survive that situation are always going to be heroes in my mind.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Rick, and a great deal of veterans do, but I don't think just becoming a military service member denotes you as a hero. You have to do something extraordinary to be considered a hero.
Okay, Carl Higbe, former Navy SEAL, thanks for coming on. You're looking tanned and rested. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Just about every Republican presidential hopeful has been slamming Donald Trump for his remarks about McCain. Here's Marco Rubio.
This is not just an insult to John McCain, who clearly is a war hero and a great man, but it's an insult to all POWs, to all men and women who have served us in uniform, who have been captured in battle. And this somehow makes the assumption, or he's saying, that somehow if you're captured in battle, you're less worthy of honors than someone who isn't. It's not just absurd, it's offensive, it's ridiculous, and I do think it is a disqualifier as Commander-in-Chief.
Heather, does Marco Rubio have a point?
Absolutely. I mean, it's beyond my comprehension that people can say otherwise. I think, and I thought the same thing, by the way, when Republicans were discounting John Kerry's service. Anyone who serves, to me, is a hero. Add to that what John McCain went through when he was a prisoner of war, and I think that he is absolutely a war hero. And when you say that I don't like him because he was captured, what does that say to all of the men and women who are at Walter Reed, who have been hurt in the line of fire, but somehow were not able to evade the bullet? Are they too less worthy of our respect and less worthy of that name of a hero? I find it offensive, just as Marco Rubio does.
Bill, you got to follow that.
Oh yeah, well, I think he's a hero, but I will say this: I don't think Donald Trump owes him an apology. I don't think he owes him an apology any more than Marco Rubio owes us an apology for expressing his opinion. Donald Trump thinks this. That's fine. Let him think that. You heard Carl, and I think Carl made a couple of really good points. Is, in my estimation, he a hero? Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll be back with more Daily Wrap in just a moment. But first, let's also tell you about, thank you, a bestseller that Donald Trump actually wrote. Big critics and media say Donald Trump doesn't have a plan for anything when he becomes president. Well, he does. In fact, he wrote a whole book. It's called Time to Get Tough. The bestseller outlines Donald Trump's plan for our southern border, China, terrorism, and much, much more. If you want to read more about Trump's plan, you can certainly check that out. Go to Amazon, however you get your books, do that. Or go to newsmax.com/TrumpBook to get your free offer. That's right. You can now have the best-selling book, Time to Get Tough, for free. Go to newsmax.com/TrumpBook. More Daily Wrap after the break.